Reality check, man, from your device, and you know it's a unique one, aromatic realistic TV. Anyway, today, my viewers and subscribers, I have two videos to present to you guys today. The first one that I want to present, it is going to touch your heart. And if it does not, it simply means you're not a human being. And that story is a little girl telling the story of her life before Hurricane Melissa. And she's telling you on that video what is her reality present. The next video I want to present to you is a video from a young man from the National Land Agency. And you and I know that the land agency is in the office of the Prime Minister. So in spite of the rubbles and the stench that the people are living with, government of Jamaica did not see it fit to clean up from around them and then say, all right then, we're going to start the process by severing or whatsoever. No, they don't care about that. They care about go down there and try to secure government land, do whatever they want to do. But I'm going to start with the clip with the little girl. And after that, we will continue to dissect and follow up the next clip from the young man from the National Land Agency. Take it away.
Right here, so was the house, and the door was right here, so, and then this was the front yard, and then when we opened the door, we can climb on the step and go outside and to the front yard.
What do you think now? How you feel about all this here? Sad.
The gentleman asks her, how do you feel about this here? She continued to walk. She never looks back. With her two tiny legs moving, she said, sad. Sad. If this does not touch your heart, it simply means you are not a human being and you don't belong to planet Earth. Let us continue.
Is that your backpack for school?
Hmm?
This is your school backpack?
Yes.
What's this here?
My mother bed.
Mother bed?
Yes.
You used to sleep in there?
Yeah. There's some books right here, so, and comb. And right here, so, where the house was the other side, and we used to walk down to go to the bathroom.
To go to the bathroom down here?
Yeah.
What happened to the bathroom now? Tree fall on it, no true. I'll tell you now.
And a comb right here, so break. This is my mother book. And this Jamaican book, which is filthy.
Yeah,
Yes.
but even in the ashes,
And this thing was
holy
mine.
scriptures, and this
This
is
thing was mine because
still
it's
there.
a charger thing.
Still right on. That was
This is-
yours?
Yes. Every
Yeah.
time.
Holy
Mommy
scriptures.
take it out.
Right here.
And right here so was the house. And the door was red.
So as she tell her story of once what used to be her house, and she described it to the gentleman, And she said, here used to be the front of the house. This is the step. And we used to walk from out of the house onto the step, onto the front yard. And she walks away because she wants to tell her story. Because she wants her story to be told and also to be heard. And as she walks along with her two little tiny foot, and the gentleman asks, how are you feeling about this? And she never looked back. She continues to walk. And she says, sad, sad. If you can show empathy for this baby girl and her family, as she laid out her story, what her life once used to be like, in her dwelling, the place that she calls home. And all that is there in front of her now is rubbles. That's the reality she faced. She don't know what her future holds, if her mom and she will get back a house, or they will rise from that situation to get back on their feet. She continues and she says, this is the other side. And we used to walk out here and go through the bathroom. She said, that's my mom's bed. And we used to sleep in there. And she showed you her school book. She showed you the comb. She said this was for my mom. And it goes on and on and on. But in the midst of all of this, there was no empathy show from the leader, which is the Prime Minister of Jamaica, to go and help these people out of the muck and the grime, the rubbles and the stench that leave behind in this community from those dead animal carcasses. That's not what and the Prime Minister and the people from the land agency office. They were down there scoping out government land to put up industries. I want you to listen to this clip from this young man from the land agency. Take it away.
I'm Chaplain Williams. I'm from the National Land Agency. I'm the supervisor for topographic data management. Today we're here in Black River, and my team and I were mapping the entire town and its environs as well. We're doing it for recovery purposes as well as to find those government lands that can be used as a part of the recovery planning process.
For the average Jamaican, what does that mean?
Well, for the average Jamaicans, what it means is that the government, through the arm of the National Land Agency, is trying to find those lands that are within the area that was affected, that can be used to whether to house persons who are displaced or for new industries, for whatever purposes it is that the government wants, based on what
I want you to take that to consideration. And I want you to put this in your head and reminisce on it for new industries. For new industries, or for whatever it is that the government wanted it for. Continues.
plans are going forward for Black River, then those lands can be used for those purposes.
If Jamaicans want to get more information on the plans, future plans, based on your evaluation, how can they go about getting that information?
Okay, well, based on what needs to be done, the parish council, which would be the Black River Parish Council, they will be the ones who would lead that process, but also the government, from the perspective of the local government ministry, would also play a part, and also the ODPEM, because they are in charge of the whole recovery process as well.
So Jamaica, as you see, their main concern and their priority It's not all about to help the people who are going through tough times right now. And as the leader of the country, the prime minister, your responsibility, your duty is to make sure that every Jamaican lives to his or her true potential. And in spite of disaster or anything that faces them, you should step up to the plate and make them know that there is no need to worry. I, the Prime Minister, have your back, and together we will rise out of this stronger. That's not the case. So let us look at this topography, data management, and see what it means or what they do. Is the systematic process of collecting, storing, organizing, processing, and distributing a special data that describe the shape and the feature of the earth surface. So that's what they were there about. They were not there about the best interests of the people. They were there to sculpt out, the surrounding, the terrain, the geographic of the land. They understand. So when them ready for moving them industries. So what did the reporter ask him? He says, I am from the National Land Agency and supervisor for topography data management. I am here in Black River. My team and I, we are mapping the entire town for the environment and recovery purpose, as well to find government land for the recovery purpose. The journalist asks of him, for the average Jamaican, what does that mean? He replied to the journalist, well, for the average Jamaican, what it means through the arm of the National Land Agency is trying to find those lands that are within the areas that was affected, whether to host people who are displaced or for new industries, whether to host people who are displaced or for new industries or for whatever it is that the government wants. It's not about the people. It's not about the plea of this little baby girl here who is telling the story of her life. What once used to be her home, her place of dwelling, is now rubbles, rubbles, stagnant water, and stench. That is her reality. What's the future hold for her? No one's know. Because at the pace that this administration is moving, nobody knows what will happen to these people. No empathy, no love, no care, no urgency to help the Jamaican people. We see the evidence is there. No one is lying. We don't need to. Clip and footage like these is our evidence. And we just put them back out there and shed some highlight. That's what we do. Think about it. That's a baby who used this video to make a plea to the government of Jamaica to see if they would speed up, put some urgency to the thing, show some care, some empathy, some love for the Jamaican. We're still waiting on that because it is not yet coming. her story. This was my front door, and this was a step. And I open the door here, and I come onto the step, and I go into the front yard. And as her two little legs moving, she's walking away, telling her story because she wants her story to go up there. She wants the globe to see and hear her story, and for the globe to see what she had before and what she have now. Rubbles. That's her reality. And as she walk along, and the gentleman asks, how you feeling now about all of this? And her little soft voice, he says, sad, sad. If this not touch your heart and pain your heart, brother, you are not a human being. If when you see this video, no compassion, no empathy, no sympathy for these people, then you're an animal and you don't belong on planet Earth. She said, this was my mom's bed, and we used to sleep in it. Once upon a time, we used to sleep in it. So here is some books, my backpack. Here is the other side of the house. The step was here, the door was here, and we used to walk from here to the bathroom. But all that she's talking about is once upon a time. That is history. She's talking of the past, the present, and the future. Is not that. The reality right now is the rubbles. Is the rubbles. The stench, stagnant water. Every minute, every second, every hour, every day, turning into weeks, moving into months, and she's still in that same situation. If you want to know if a leader is good and that leader loves his people, wait till his people back are against the wall and they need the service or the help from that leader, and that leader turn his back on those people. It is going to a month now and they are in the same position. But his priority was to send a gentleman from topographic data management. Is the systematic process of collecting, storing, and organizing, processing, and distributing special data that describe the shape and the feature of the earth surface. That's what they care about. The land. The land. The land. It's not the people. The land. Land. Think about that little girl. Think about her. And remember, put in your cranium industries. 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 The signature word never change. It remains art of love. Until then, on the matic, we'll chat again. Peace and love. Matic is out.